Thank you for meeting with me again. I got to come to see your class the other day, and I got to stay quite a while. And I really liked how the children were all engaged at your WordWorks Center. They were excited to be there, and so you could really tell that they were going to be learning a lot because they were excited. One of the things I noticed also was they were doing a lot of higher order thinking. They were, like we discussed in the professional development, they were rhyming words, and then they would try and come up with their partners with some more rhyming words and things like that. Has that been difficult to implement some of those procedures, or were those procedures that you've been doing and we're just kind of highlighting them?
See, the things I've done lately, I like to keep the same thing in the center for the week. Students usually lose attention after having the same thing in the center all the time.
Right.
So I introduce a new activity on Monday. The kids get real excited. At the end of the week, I notice my higher kids teaching my lower kids at the center, like you said, rhyming. Well, I've got the rhyming dogs, and so the kids will be able to put them together, but they may not be able to read them. But then the student next to them might be able to read them.
Right.
So, something else that I noticed is that my centers work better when I have less students there. And so I try to pull a group every rotation. That way the centers stay small. If I have too many students there, they start getting distracted and off task, and then not using the center appropriately.
Right. And you do have an aide
I
most
do.
of the time that is there to kind of guide monitor and facilitate that.
Yes.
Right. That's very good. One of the other things I noticed was that they, not only were they engaged, but they wanted to go to that center more than the other centers because it is a hands-on center.
Yes.
And I've been teaching for 9 years, and at the beginning of the 9 years, we had kitchen centers.
Yes.
And we had some of those thematic centers, and the kids were learning so much because they were able to discuss. And then as we've moved through the years, we've lost all those centers, and it's become more like first grade for us in kindergarten. And I'm glad to see the swing start to move forward again, that we're going to try and implement some more hands-on, some more whole group discussions, small group discussions. I think that's one of the ways that children really do learn. I watched a documentary the other day from Finland, and they let their children play and interact. And they are #1 in the world right now because they've gotten back to that. Let's play and learn the hands-on material.
Students love center time. In kindergarten, she's right. We are only able to let them explore hands-on when it's center time. And so they look forward to that, whether it's in math or reading, because we do bring out those hands-on activities. We do give them the opportunity to talk with one another, because the rest of the day it is sitting down, doing the math workbook.
Doing the academics. Right. And that's one of the things that I've always liked about the Montessori system is that they do allow that freedom of structure. And then the Daily 5 picks up on that as well. But I'm so glad to see the new turn that our education system is taking, and people like the Kindergarten Smorgasbord, the fact that they're putting out more videos for us that shows classroom free